Fox 1031 WJGK, and I'll tell you what, we are having a blast here this morning, and thank you all so much for joining us, because on the phone with us right now
is Staff Sergeant Jeremy Gaynor from The Voice. He's been a contestant on The Voice, and he's one of our own, West Point Staff Sergeant.
All right.
Congratulations for being on the show. You were amazing. I just want to say you have such a great voice.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So you've been around. I mean, you wanted to take your vocal quality to the next level. But first, let's back up a little bit before we get to The Voice. How did you ever get to that point?
I can say it really, of course, I joined the Army in 2009. I've always had aspirations to be a professional artist. Mm-hmm. And so the Army just really provided me with the resources to develop as an individual. Of course, they teach me to be Army strong, teach me to be mentally strong. Which is all necessary when it comes to, being a part of the industry.
So let me just back up. I want to go back to the joining of the Army part, because when you got into the Army, is there a thing that you do, like to let them know that you sing and that you wanted to do the musical part of it, or did they just stumble across that and say, wow, he'd be great as the leader of the band?
Well, actually, coming into the Army, my uncle, he did 28 years in the Army, retired as a first sergeant. Wow. And, of course, he, kind of was a mentor for me even before the Army. He kind of let me know all of the opportunities that the Army could afford me. And so, I was hesitant to kind of fall into that family tradition because I wanted to do music so badly. But he let me know that the Army also would afford me the opportunity to be able to pursue my music as well. So, not only would I be fulfilling a dream and serving my country in the best way, I have a heart for people, so a heart for service. So not only would I be able to serve my country, but I'll also be able to pursue that dream.
So you got into the Army and they appointed you a position as a singer in their band?
Well, actually, I came into the Army as a veterinary food service inspector.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Totally unrelated.
Totally.
With my first duty station being at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Okay. But, given the, I was given the path that I could travel. And the United States Army Soldier Show was one of the paths. I felt like that, initially for me, that was just fulfilling the dream. Being able to travel the world, telling the Army story, and encouraging fellow soldiers, encouraging widows, encouraging family members, community members, just singing and doing what I love to do. So that was my initial start. And, of course, throughout that whole journey, the position at West Point opened up for the male lead vocalist. So I put in my packet for the male lead vocalist, auditioned, duped it out with some other guys, and ended up being the victor.
Nice.
I do have to say, you do have an incredible voice, and I'm not just saying that either.
They must have felt like, wow, we're lucky to get this guy. That's great. So how long were you at West Point? Or are you still there?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I was stationed here. I began my assignment here in January of 2014.
Okay.
And so currently I have 4 years on my current contract to continue in this duty assignment.
Now, did you ever have vocal lessons? Were you ever coached?
No, I haven't been coached in my life.
Wow.
Of course, being with The Voice, they have a very professional team of vocal coaches. And, of course, working with Christina was amazing. So I was able to learn a lot during my time there. But leading up into The Voice, I had never received any kind of vocal training. It was just really a natural given ability.
Absolutely fascinating. And, of course, Christina was your coach on The Voice, yeah?
Yes, she was. She's amazing.
But before we go there, I wanted to know, how did you come about ending up being on The Voice?
Initially, it started out as an opportunity for me to tell the Army story. I had never really intended on auditioning for The Voice.
Wow.
I just really intended on just continuing in my job here at the United States Military Academy Band. But I was down doing the national anthem for Hiring for Our Heroes, a veterans job fair, sang the national anthem, and I was approached by a few individuals. It just kind of made me aware that The Voice was holding auditions that day. We were down at MetLife Stadium.
Wow.
Oh, wow, no kidding.
Yeah, I didn't bring a change of clothes, so I actually had to audition in my uniform.
Oh, my gosh.
It kind of worked out for me there. And I mean, it was a crazy series of events. Didn't have a song prepared for the audition. I just kind of just went by the scenario and ended up going in and impressing, and it just began a great journey.
What did you sing?
I sang Ready for Love by India Irie, and it was like a last-minute deal. I mean, I wasn't sure of how to apply for it. I had to go down and be escorted down and fill my application out, came back up, and I was in a room full of women. The coach was also a female, so I felt like it would be nice in order for me to play to the room full of women.
Ah, smart move.
I see. I got you. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Okay.
That really is incredible. I mean, did you have to wait on the big long line or anything? Or did you how did you get, I don't know, how could you have possibly done it all in that one day? Sang the national anthem, and then the next thing you know, you're auditioning for The Voice.
Yes, I mean, singing the national anthem, went back into my changing area to grab my things and to be able to go back, mission complete. But, at that point in time, I did a little bit of research as far as trying to identify where they were actually holding the auditions in the stadium. And it ended up walking outdoors, and I saw the line.
Oh my
so I just kind of jumped in line. I mean, it was amazing how it all took place.
Okay, so you went and tried out, and when they finally told you, yeah, we want you to be on the show, what were your thoughts?
I was pretty shocked. I really was.
I guess so.
I just saw it as an opportunity for me to maybe audition and improve upon myself in that environment, and for them to be impressed with me, it was just like, wow, this is amazing.
And then who did you have to clear that with? I'm sure you had to clear it with somebody at work.
Yes, I mean, of course, being in the Army, we're governed by the Soldier's Creed. Being an NCO, we're governed by the NCO Creed, and a part of the NCO Creed is, taking the appropriate action in the absence of orders. And so I felt like that was the appropriate action for me to go out and try to audition for The Voice and to try to gain that platform to be able to tell the Army story, presentation of the Army. So it kind of made it easy for command to approve.
Oh, that's great.
My audition for The Voice.
Now, here you are, you're on The Voice, and you go ahead and you sing your song. Just give us briefly how you felt about that. Who did you want to turn around, or what were your thoughts?
Thinking,
yeah.
Right.
Well, I went into it just thinking, one chair is enough. One chair means I'm in four. So when Christina turned around, it was an amazing feeling. But when all four coaches turned around, it was just very humbling. I just really wanted to relate to the coaches. I wanted to relate to America and sing a love song. And so, I mean, the feeling, words can't express the feelings that I felt at the time.
Well, it was so great seeing you on television, too. And I was like, this guy's from West Point.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Came in, talked to Rose about it. And it was just really, really great seeing you on TV. And there's so many other vocalists from the area, too. So what I want to ask you is, we know what the outcome was with The Voice. So let me just ask you this. Where are you going from here? What are your plans? Can you talk about it?
Yes, sir. From here, we continue to chase the dream. Jeremy Gaynor Music. So I was able to fall back in love with my music. So Jeremy Gaynor Music will be coming to you guys soon. Of course, here at West Point, we have our summer concert series where I'll be a participant as well.
Oh, my gosh. That's fantastic.
That'd
Is it
be
open
great.
to the public?
Yes, ma'am, it is. It's free and open to the public for our Temple Point area. Coming real soon, maybe next month, there will be a welcome home concert for myself.
Oh.
These guys are pretty amazing around here.
Oh, that's so nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Not defeated at all in our eyes. I mean, you're just an amazing person, and I love your story, and it's just so heartfelt, and I'm sure our listeners feel the same way. Thank you so much for coming on with us, and please keep in touch and let us know about your whereabouts and where we can see you in the area, because you have a lot of fans here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Bob Rose. I really appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I hope I get the opportunity to meet you in person.
Me as well.
I'll definitely give you a salute.
Oh, me too.
Jeremy, thank you so much.
Awesome.
And good luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.